So the scripture for today is from the second epistle of St. Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 17, and it reads, "For our short-term and light suffering creates an incalculable excess of eternal glory." And the meditation is the following. Suffering creates glory. Short-term light suffering creates eternal glory. Each word of this pronouncement is full of deep meaning. The difference between the seen and the unseen astounds St. Paul more and more, and his thoughts rise ever higher. Everything earthly gradually disappears from his sight, and only heavenly glory remains, which encompasses everything else. He even calls it an excess of eternal glory. Our understanding of glory can hardly include the thought of excess. For us, this word means that which is more than necessary, an inordinate weight which refers more to worries, hardships, and trials that burden us. An excess of glory, isn't this an incomprehensible image? However, the very thing that made up the weight of our sorrow will undoubtedly be transformed for us into an excess of glory. We only need a new light in order to see in the daylight what we could not make out in the darkness of night. The same thought is expressed in the words of the Psalm, Psalm 43, verse 3, where it reads, "Send forth your light and your truth, let them guide me." David isn't asking for a change of surroundings, but for a new light to illuminate these surroundings. And you who are weighed down by heavy sorrow, hasten to ask for relief in enlightenment, so that your burden may in the future become an excess of glory. All our trials and sorrows must contribute to this glory. Having passed through 6 days of work designated for combat and suffering, on the 7th day we will look back and the darkness of the past will disappear, an unearthly light will illuminate it, and our past will be covered with glory. Every step of this past, no matter how heavy or difficult, will lead us to the 7th day, the day of the Lord, the day of rest, and the entire excess of our earthly sufferings will then turn into an excess of eternal glory.